Hello, I'm Mr. Dave. Today we're going to talk about adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing square roots. Alright, when you add or subtract square roots, you have to simplify the numbers first before you go on to get the answer. Sorry. Alright, so 20 and 45 are not the same thing. These have, whatever is underneath the square root, think of it as a variable. They have to be the same in order to combine. So let's break them down. So 2 and 10, 2 and 5, and there you go. That's your factor tree. If you need any more information on how to simplify them down, there's another video about that. So then I write it out, 2 times 2 times 5. Find my pair. I have a pair of 2's. 5 has no pairs. 5 goes underneath the radical, and then you just bring the 2 in front. So on this side, I got 2 square root of 5. Now let's simplify this down. 5 and 9, 3 and 3. So I write those out. Underline my pair, circle what's left over. My pair goes on the outside, wherever circled goes under there. So now I can combine them because what is underneath my square root sign is the same thing. So now I can add them together. This is just like a variable. If I had an x plus y, could I combine those? No. They have to be the same square root underneath. So then this gives me 5 square root of 5. Alright, subtraction. So I cannot combine these because 16x is not the same as 4x to the third. So now I'm going to break it down. Even though I know these are both perfect square roots, I'm still going to break it down. So I get 2 and 2. So then I write out 2 times 2. But now I have variables, times x, times x, times x. Underline the stuff I know. Circle what is left over. What is left over goes underneath. Oops, sorry. My pairs go on the outside. So 2x square root of x. So in order to combine this, I have to get an x over here. So let's see. 16 is 2 and 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. Write out my pairs, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and I have an x. Pair, 2, 2, circle. All right, now what I underlined go up front. What I circle goes underneath, so this gives me 4 square root of x. Bring down the negative sign. So I have 2x square root of x minus 4x. Oops, I forgot. I have to bring down this x. This is one of the most common things to mess up, and I just messed it up. You have to make sure to bring down what was there. And there you go. Never forget the stuff that's in front there and bring it down. I just forgot. There you go. It happens. It's the most common mistake. I make it all the time. But I'm not going to take it off this video so that you can see. Make sure to bring it down. So then I combine them. I get negative 2x square root of x. And that is your answer. So that's addition and subtraction. Now we're going to move on to multiplication. Alright, unlike addition and subtraction where you have to simplify first, with multiplication you have to combine them first. Alright, so I don't start breaking it down here. I combine, but then I go, this is how I do it. I multiply what's out front first, my coefficient type things, and I get negative 6. I just work my way across the problem is what I do. So then I see, all right, there's a 12 and a 4. Gives me 48. then I have an x and an x, x squared, and then I just have a y that I need to bring down. Alright, and that's how I do it. All I did was I multiplied the two numbers out front first to get -6. Then I multiplied 12x times 4xy, which gave me 48x squared y. Now I break it down. So 48 can be 2 and 24, 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. So then when I write that out, I get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, but then I can't forget my variables. Times x times y, pair, circle, pair, circle. So I'm going to come back over to this side. So on the outside, I have 2 times x. Inside, I have 3y. I can't forget this though. I have to put the -6 out there too. So 2 times 2 is 4, times -6 is -24x square root of 3y. Again, if you have any issues with actually breaking it down, I have another video called Simplifying Radicals where you can learn how to do it. This is just showing you that you have to multiply them together. You have to combine them this time first and then simplify. Adding, subtracting, you simplify first, then you combine. So it's backwards. Alright, now we're going to do division. You don't really have to do these very much for this class or for the program we're using, but I'm just going to show you some of the common problems that we had. So if you have a square root of 8 over 2, you do what's inside first. So 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. Square root of 4 equals 2. It's that simple. So you divide it, make 4 square root of 2. Now this one over here is a little bit more complicated because the square root of 2 does not go into the square root of 11, and you can't have a square root in your denominator. So you have to get rid of it. So to get rid of this, you multiply it by itself, and you multiply the top by it. So whatever you do to one, you have to do the other. So you multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 2. And that gives you the square root of 22 over the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 gives you the square root of 4, which is 2. Alright. I know I went over that pretty quick, but this is on YouTube or wherever you got it, so you can just kind of look back over it again. Alright, this has been a really quick example of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Square roots. I hope it helps out. It's very quick. If you have any more questions, you can ask me some other time, and good luck.